The Rise of Technosocialism, which Brett co-wrote with Dr. Richard Petty, tackles the biggest challenges facing society, from inequality and the job disruption arising from artificial intelligence to climate change and mass migration. It calls on us to work together to forge a world in which digital technology, rather than being the bogeyman that Hollywood portrays it as, becomes a solution to a more harmonious society.
Do you feel that the world we're moving towards with more automation, et cetera, that some of those efficiency gains or cost savings, or they might look like, can actually mitigate, this zero-sum either reality or thinking that kind of pervades our existing systems?
The goal of artificial intelligence itself is to eliminate humans from the labor force. And so if your sole value to the economy is what you put into the economy as a labor participant, then that's obviously an issue. The balance of the economy in terms of how it serves the needs of corporations and shareholders and markets, versus individuals is there. But let me take you on a little thought exercise. Imagine being on Mars, Elon Musk's Mars. There's my little Mars prop in the future, and you have to create a system for Mars. Would you use capitalism in the way it is? And would you use, currency the way it is? The goal of that colony would be to create sustainability as quickly as possible, not being reliant on the resources coming from Earth. So you'd be really optimizing everybody to minimize their use of resources to optimize the chance of human survivability on the planet. So that would produce a very different collective goal than the way we think about capitalism today. But with the introduction of artificial intelligence and detachment of labor force from production, and with the issues of climate change coming, we need very different levers from those that we have available in capitalism today, which are geared towards more economic growth and corporate returns. So that's really the challenge that we face. How do we change our value systems or the philosophy of the way economics should work for the human species as a whole, rather than for markets? And that's the philosophical challenge that we're going to face over the next 30 years or so.
Yeah, and I think about this a lot, and we at the forum talk about it a lot as an equitable allocation of risk and reward. So how do you ensure that you're not just shoving all the risk to one class of person or whatever it might be, the planet, and that you're retaining all of the reward for a increasingly small and tiny of people, particularly. So that's really, really interesting.